How we going, guys? Another vlog. Welcome to Kenty's Kicks by the pond. Just hoovered, washed the filter out, the mechanical filter. It's absolutely getting rammed now really quick. So I've just plunged, dumped all my rubbish off like I do most days, filling it back up, and job's a good one. So if I open the plunge valve, this will quickly fill up, and I've got a little bit of more of an action-packed video this time. The koi are going to be ready for another feed in a minute. So here goes the filter. Here's my overflow. So that's what controls the water level. As you can see, it's a bit low at the minute, so I've got some water going in. Now what I'm going to do on camera is the next phase of my treatment to my pond. I've done 4 chloramine teas, so I've done that now for a week, and now I'm going to the Lernex Pro. So really easy for me, because this bottle, 1000 ml, I bought the 20,000 litre one, so 1000 ml treats 10,000 litres, so it's just 500 ml. 500 ml. So I'm going for the Lernex Pro now. So I'm going to that's in, and I'm going to leave that for a bit. Now I think I know. Obviously this is I normally go for Prozzy Quentinel 100%, so I think I know that this is Prozzy based, which can be a bit of a pain to dilute, as you can see. So you just have to give it some. I'll probably imagine that this, unlike Prozzy Quentinel, the raw ingredient, which you can put some vodka in, because that is into a paste, and then dilute it that well with Prozzy, I've gone for Lernex Pro this time to hopefully, now I've gone the chloramine tea route. I've gone the level of chloramine tea that I've added. It's not to kill off a lower level bacteria, it's actually for both. I've gone for the high level of grams per litre, so to speak. So I think I went for 20 grams per 1,000 gallon. So that's the upper level, that's the maximum level, and that treats parasites like posture and things like that. So I've covered both stages with that. So that's my reasoning behind the upper level of the chloramine tea. The fish, I've got to say, have done really well on that. There's no flashing at all now, jumping or silly stuff, and they seem a lot happier. The colours seem to be coming out a bit more now, and they're looking a lot whiter as well. That's probably because my water is getting clearer too. But nevertheless, I've seen a positive reaction, so hopefully that reaction will continue. Now what I might do, I've got some chloramine tea left, so I think what I'll do, once I've done the treatment of Prozzy, and I'll probably do this treatment, and then after about 10 days I think I will probably use the rest of it, another treatment of 500 ml to my 10,000 litres, and hopefully that's everything treated. Then once that's done, because fluke and parasites get killed off, for some, I don't know what it is, but I've read up and I've picked up over the few years that once you kill the parasites, that's when then the body issues and the damage caused by the parasites can surface. So what I'll probably do, bloody hell, what I will probably do is I'll probably go to a periodic dosing then of chloramine tea, maybe once a month, just as a dose, just to keep on top of bad bacteria. I don't know if anyone's done that before, but let me know if you do. I know some people use Virkon and tablets in the pond to keep the bad bacteria down. So I'm thinking of doing the same. Jesus, this phone's up there, isn't it? So got that to go in. I've got my filter to get out and put the carbon, the GAC in. So I'm going to get that out now. So let me see if I can kill two birds with one stone and film where you can kind of see hopefully what I'm doing with this filter, and I'll also get this in as well. So I feel guilty now because I'm going to put Lernex Pro in, which no doubt will piss the fish off. So before I do, I'm going to throw them some food in, because yeah, and what I've done on the video before, I've mixed about 1 kilo of the food that I'm going to be swapping to, so it gets into the gut, if you like, of the fish, and don't overload them with the new one. So I've got a mixture of both. And then some lobbing that's a load of food gone in. So they're going to be happy as Larry before being cheesed off as Larry when I get that in, because no doubt that will start probably to have a slight negative effect on them, but in the long term it's going to do them good, because it's going to knock all the and control the flukes. Like I said, I didn't get many flukes, but that was a month ago now. I picked 2 up on 2 fish out of about 5 slides. So they're there. There wasn't an infestation, but I'm treating them anyway. So I'll leave them to that. And then while they're munching away, I'm going to get on and show you this filter here. So here's my key for it. It hooks on. There's like 2 hooks. I've left the coils long enough so you can pull it out, which is really handy. So I've just got to turn the water off. The first stage is pleated, the second stage is granular carbon, so that's what's going to be going in there. So here we go. It's the water off to this. So I've turned the water off, and now it's a case of getting these out. And having a look, and then once I've put this in, you're meant to run it for about 15 minutes to flush it through. So there's my original. That's got some muck in it, that has. So that's my other, that's my carbon, old, new. To make sure you get the old rubbers out to seal the top and the bottom, and then let's see what the pleated job is like. That's quite clean in there, but you can look at that. This is the pleated one, which is reusable. It's not disposable. You can get these off Amazon and eBay and places like that, I would imagine. So I'm going to go to one side now, so you'll probably hear me but you won't see me, but I'll show you the clean filter once I've done, just to see if you can see a difference. But anyway, I use these. So I need my hose. I've got this hose and I've got a split off, so I've got two hoses, one where I can top the pond up and one where I've got this rack and blast my filter down. So I'm going to go out the way now and clean this. Okay. I thought I was. I've got to go up there. So there it is. All I've done with that is got my hose pipe, put my thumb over the end and blasted it like a jet wash. As you can see, it's back to being quite clear again. I've given the inside a good wash. Now what you can't do with this, you can't take it apart and clean it, so I've just got my hose inside as well, look, and cleaned it. And it's relatively clean now, so that's that side done. And with this one, it's like rubberized at the end, so you don't need to wash your rubbers. But anyway, there's the water. Really clean in there. So that's going to go in there, just make sure it's seated right, and then oops, just rush in there because I've seen my camera go off. For some reason my camera flipped, I don't know why. So all I've done, put that one in, the first part of the, this is activated. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's doing that because it's running out of juice. So all I'm going to do, pop this granulated carbon into the filter. What I don't get is it needs a rubber off this one by the looks of it, because I can't see one for that there. So I'm going to assume that, put that at the bottom, and that's going to go at the top into, oops, as you can see, quite fiddly work. That's going to go onto there, and I'm just going to pop this back onto there. I'll try and do it with one hand. Probably best I do it that way if I'm going to try and show you what it's all about. And then I can now tighten that up, pop it back on the hooks, turn it on, flush it out for 15 minutes, whack it in, and you can't reuse these, so this has got to go in the bin now. So you've seen, so this, it's not an RO unit. People get mixed up with RO units. It's just a sediment filter and a carbon filter. So the sediment, self-explanatory, gets rid of any muck, particles, that sort of thing, and then the carbon gets rid of the chlorine. And this has been really good actually. This is for plants. So before, I don't get no chlorine through it. Now there's a debate out there at the minute that, I mean, this carbon, this activated carbon, the GAC, should, I'm hoping, get rid of the chloramine as well. But you know, I'm thinking of getting the big blue at some point because it's bigger, and but I'll get the stumpier one so it can sit in here with this. So this will be the first line of defence with the filter. But this has done me okay, to be fair. So yeah, but like I say, this year it's made me think a bit more with chlorine and chloramine. Okay, because this, it doesn't run that fast, whereas I've heard that a big blue, you can push a lot more water through it because of the size of them, because obviously these ain't got much area in them, so that's why you've got to reduce the flow through them so it gets rid of the chlorine and chloramines and stuff like that. If you up the flow, it just runs through it too quick. You get the big blue, are that big, there's that much carbon in there in literage, it has to flow through it all. So by the time it starts, it's chlorine here, and then it gradually goes through, and then by the time it's got to the end, even high flow, a better flow rate, it's reduced everything, so you get a better flow rate, which I think would suit me, because when I dump this off, what I do, this hose here, I turn that on. Oh, the water's off, sorry, it's off because of this. I turn that on and it fills up really quick, so I am adding chloramines in there and chlorine because that's bypassing the filter. It's only about probably 100 litres a time every time I dump this off, dump my drain. And you know, I've tested that water as well, my pond water afterwards, it's never picked up chlorine with my DPD tablet. So I don't know, anyway, you know, but officially really I should have a big blue on this hose here, so that into the big blue, out of the big blue, and into my pond. That's ideally what I should be doing. And then, you know, maybe teeing off and going through my trickle as well. So that's it. I'm going to finish off and get the old the Lernex another going over. Just give that a quick stir. I've got one hand because my flipping gimbal I think's ran out of battery. So just get a little bit of something on that, and then I can hook this up. It just hooks into there, look, as you can see. Sorry about the videoing, but if you want to see what's going off, that's the best way. I can put the water back on, and what I need to do is unplug the outlet, if I can with one hand. Jeez, not easy with one hand, guys. Here we go. And this, once this starts, in fact, I'll have to reset it. That's filling up now. I've done it full bore, and then this will start this up to level. Here we go. Can you hear it filling? That's the fastest that this can deliver. But at that speed, it possibly passing through chloramines, and even at that speed, they're in the pond. Imagine trying to fill a pond with that; it's impossible. Topping up is great. So all I'm going to do is leave that in there now for 15 minutes, and then just set up the. Got a feeling that's going to go. Leave that for 15 minutes just to flush through, set my trickle up again, which is dead easy, tap it back onto my pipe, adjust my tap to the level that I want, job done. That's the filter done. I've just got to remember just to nip these up and check for leaks in a bit. Fish are still looking for food, and then we're going to finish the video by giving this a good mix again, and then trying to evenly distribute the Lernex. I've noticed dragonfly earlier, 2 of them stuck together. So, let me zoom out. Plant filter's doing amazing. Right, here we go. God, this is not hard with one hand, guys. Seriously. What I'm going to try and do is distribute it somewhat so there's no sort of high levels, you know, in one area that yeah, definitely. Obviously, like I said, praziquantel based, you can just tell with the white stuff. So I don't know if this is any more effective or less effective than 100% praziquantel. This is cheaper because I think 100% prazi I think normally costs me about £28 for 50 gram, but it's the pure. It's pure, so that does your 2 treatments, and it's always done me. Well, that's gone in the pond quite well. Fish have gone for a Burton. So that's cheesed them off already, spooked them. So thanks for watching. Sorry about the disturbance halfway through with my gimbal playing up. I don't know what's up with that. Probably needs charging, I don't know, because I did have the koi show last week. Please hit the like button. That seems to have gone so quick with me doing physical stuff. Like I say, it's because you're doing it with one hand and trying to record and stuff, it's obviously not as easy. So hope you enjoyed that. Give you a good idea of where I'm at. Filter's now done, water filter, so hopefully my trickle's back to 0 chlorine and stuff. Chloramine T treatment's done. Lernex Pro's in. My filters all, well, not my filters, but the air will come back on in a minute, and so will my shower. That goes off on, I've timed them to go off 4 times a day for a quiet period, nice quiet period to feed them and things like that. But my main filter and pump's still going, look, which is this one here. Please hit the like, please hit the sub if you haven't already, please hit the down if you want to. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Happy koi ponding. Thanks for watching Kenty's Kicks by the Pond. Try and get away before that, see if that rain comes. Hope things are going well for you guys. Goodbye.